Hello everyone, this is Lacey Hyam reporting in on a week of weather observations in the Summerwood subdivision just northeast of Fairbanks, Alaska. I'm on the north slope facing hill overlooking the Goldstream Valley. I'm globally located at 64 degrees 55 minutes north and 147 degrees 38 minutes west. My week of weather observations started on Tuesday, January 31st and ended on Saturday, February 4th, 2017. All of my weather observations were made at 5 p.m. Alaska Standard Time. My National Weather Service is located at the Fairbanks International Airport. I am located up here at my weather station, and the airport and National Weather Service station is down here. My week of observations began Tuesday, January 31st at 5 p.m. The current temperature reading during that observation was negative 6.1 degrees Celsius or 20.3 degrees Fahrenheit on the left probe and 21 degrees Fahrenheit on the right probe. There is moderate sky cover with shallow layering of flattened or spreading clouds. These clouds were white and puffy on top, but gray and featureless underneath, leading me to believe they are altocumulus clouds. There was no sign of precipitation on Tuesday at my location, but I could see low moisture buildup in the Goldstream Valley below. The winds on Tuesday were minimal, and I ranked them to be a 1 on the Beaufort scale. I could feel a gentle breeze on my face, and my breath was carried away in the southeast direction at about 138 degrees, but the branches did not sway. The maximum temperature at my station was 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and the minimum was 14 degrees Fahrenheit. My daily temperature reading was 15 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than the National Weather Service station reading, and my maximum and minimum temperature readings were also warmer than the National Weather Service recording. I believe this is due to the temperature inversion because my station is located on one of the hills that surrounds the Fairbanks area. Tuesday marks the warmest temperature recording for my week of observations. On Wednesday, February 1st, at 5 p.m., the temperature read 12.5 degrees Fahrenheit on the left probe and 13.1 degrees Fahrenheit on the right. There was minimal cloud coverage that were small white wispy cirrus clouds high in the altitude. The winds had a Beaufort number of 1 with slight gusts on my face, but the gentle air that carried my breath away went at about 162 degrees south-southeast. There was no sign of precipitation, and the air felt a little drier today than yesterday. The maximum temperature recorded on Wednesday was 23.5 degrees Fahrenheit, with the minimal dropping down to 8.1 degrees Fahrenheit. As the night continued to get darker, the temperatures continued to drop and the skies became completely clear. As we can see on my graph, Thursday was the coldest day of the week, with 5 p.m. temperature recordings of 8.4 degrees Fahrenheit on the left probe and 8.8 degrees Fahrenheit on the right probe. There was no cloud cover and no sign of precipitation. The wind was a little stronger today and gently swayed the treetop twigs. Only small gusts could be felt on my face, and my breath was carried away immediately. The wind is a 2 on the Beaufort scale, and like the past 2 days, the wind on Thursday blew towards 132 degrees southeast. The maximum temperature was 11.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and the minimum was 3.4 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature reading was the closest to corresponding with the National Weather Service for my week of weather observations. Friday is the 4th day, and at 5 p.m., the thermometer probe on the left side read 13.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and the right side read 14 degrees Fahrenheit. The skies were completely clear of all clouds, and there was no sign of precipitation. The temperatures were rising, and the winds were calm. I could not feel a breeze on my face, and my breath rose vertically in the air. No branches swayed, and I'd say on the Beaufort scale, it's the number 0. The maximum temperature at my station on Friday was 15.8 degrees Fahrenheit, while the minimum was 6.1 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature taken during the observation was quite close to the recorded high for the day, and again the temperature I recorded is approximately 18 degrees warmer than the temperature the National Weather Service recorded at the Fairbanks International Airport. The temperatures on Saturday, February 4th at 5 p.m. was only 11.5 degrees Fahrenheit on the left side and 12.6 degrees Fahrenheit on the right side. There was only one thin strip of cloud in the sky. It was long, narrow, and tall. The bottom was fairly flat and slightly gray, while the tops were high, thick, rolling, puffy, white domes. I think this cloud was an altostratus cloud. There was no sign of precipitation above or around me, but down in the Goldstream Valley a layer of fog was forming fairly thick. The wind is gentle gusts on my cheek, but no tree twigs swayed. The Beaufort number 1 that day, and it carried my breath away towards about 65 degrees east-northeast, a shift in wind direction from the rest of the week. The maximum temperature on Saturday was 21 degrees Fahrenheit, while the minimum was 9.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Opposite from the previous day, Saturday's observation temperature was the closest to the minimum recording for my station. All during the week of observations, my recorded temperatures, including the lows, were much warmer than the National Weather Service station's recordings. This is due to the weather inversion between the city of Fairbanks and its surrounding hills. I enjoy it very much during the negative temperatures we endure in the interior. The temperatures for this week started out relatively warm, dropped quickly, and then rose back up. The sky cleared as the temperatures dropped. Just after my observation Saturday evening, I drove to Fairbanks. While on the way south, I had an excellent view of Denali. I was able to observe the optical phenomena, the Fata Morgana mirage. On the horizon, the mountain seemed to be double its size, rising high into the sky. This is a poor photo I tried to capture, but it did not turn out well. I have seen this illusion before, but now I enjoy knowing what it is called and how it occurs. Taking a look at my barometric pressure graph compared to the National Weather Service pressure graph, I think I have some adjustments to make in the future, but for this unit, this graph will still be helpful. According to my barometer on Tuesday, January 31st at 5 p.m., the air pressure was 995 millibars. As the temperature dropped on Wednesday, the air pressure rose to 999 millibars, and on Thursday and Friday, the barometric pressure had reached its high at 1002 millibars during the two coldest days of the week, and as temperature rose Saturday, the pressure went back down to 999 millibars. According to the National Weather Service, barometric pressure was 1032 millibars on Tuesday. Pressure rose to 1045 millibars Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday pressure dropped back to 1036 millibars and ended at 1027 millibars Saturday. When comparing the two stations' pressure readings, it is obvious that there is a major difference, and I believe this is largely due to human error. I did not want to change the calibrations mid-week and throw all recordings completely off. So even though the calibration was probably done incorrectly, there is still a trend that can be followed. Like the National Weather Service, my station's pressure rises as the temperature drops and falls as the temperature rises back up. The trend is somewhat the same, although the numbers are very different. The trend shows that a high-pressure system moved in during the week of observation. This is also represented by the clearing of the clouds in the sky. I will recalibrate my barometer before the next observation to try to get a more accurate reading for my altitude. Taking a look at the TV weather maps, we can see that on Tuesday, January 31st of 2017, there are a few things happening. Just northeast of the state, we can see a warm front moving north with blowing snow behind it. Coming from the northwest, we can see a cold front coming down over the northwest coast with snow just in front of it. There is cloud cover over the interior of Alaska, and down in the south central and southeast panhandle, there are cold fronts moving towards each other into the Gulf of Alaska, with a warm front moving north from the Gulf and south central into the Cook Inlet and Copper River basins. There are both high and low pressure systems all around the state, but not near the interior. On Wednesday, February 1st, there are 3 weather fronts, 3 high pressure systems, and 2 low pressure systems. In my region of the interior, only a high pressure system that registers at 1,051 millibars affects the weather. This high pressure system has cleared the sky of clouds, resulting in a drop in temperatures. On Thursday, February 2nd, the weather map we see only 2 high pressure systems working over much of the state. Both systems completely cover the interior and both have a barometric pressure reading of 1,047 millibars. We see clouds to the north and west, but the interior is still fairly cloud-free. On Friday, February 3rd, a similar map shows the same 2 high pressure systems covering a good portion of Alaska and all of the interior. Pressure readings of 1,039 millibars to the west and 1,040 millibars to the east allow some cloud cover in the interior, but only in thin layers. On Saturday, February 4th, is the last day of my observations, and we can see that there isn't much going on in the interior. The state is surrounded with 4 high pressure systems and little to no clouds. The weather I observed throughout the week corresponds well with the TV weather maps. In these maps, we see a trend starting off warm and cloudy as a cold front sweeps through, and then high pressure systems that take over the interior and clear the skies. As I noted in my observations, there were clouds the first day, and as the day clouds cleared, my barometric pressure rose. Although my air pressure readings are far off in numbers, the trend still shows a rise in pressure throughout the week, corresponding with the weather maps. Taking a look at the GOES satellite images, I think the weather I observed at my station is right on track with these images. There was some cloud cover and some moisture in the air, although no precipitation. We can see in all these images that there is a cloudy mass coming from the south central into the interior, but that it is not very heavy with water vapors. In the infrared image, we see the clouds are lighter gray than the clear skies, indicating clouds are low to mid-altitude and warm. I think these weather maps and images corresponded well with my observations, all except the actual numbers for my barometric air pressure reading, which I again think the trend is accurate, but the numbers are too low. Thank you all, and I look forward to your weather observations.